What's up guys, so today we're doing a scope mounting and leveling video. So I've got my Remington 243 here. I have a Vortex Diamondback Tactical 6-24 by 50 and some worn scope rings, 30mm. So for this you're going to need a torque wrench in inch-pounds. You don't need this, but I like to use a separate screwdriver, a hex key, a scope leveling kit. I'm going to go ahead and clear and safe this weapon. Clear, remove the magazine, and just for extra precaution I'm just going to go ahead and remove the bolt altogether. And I'm going to show you the rest of this video from my point of view. I figured that might be a little more useful. Alright, so first thing, make sure that this rifle is level. You're going to want a vise of some sort. There are better vices like this. This is a Caldwell lead sled, and it's the best I got. So, just going to adjust this. Not sure if you can see that bubble moving. You want to make sure that's flat. Okay, so we've got that in the center. Next, you're going to want to take your scope leveling kit. This is for the barrel. So you're going to want to try to make sure this is as even as possible when you're tightening it down. And you also want to try to make sure, if you can, try to get that bubble level before you have to use this adjustment knob. You don't want it too tight, just snug. Alright, and now we can adjust it. Okay. And you want to match it to this one. Looks about right. Okay. Now we can remove this, and that is going to be our reference point. Now we're going to take our scope rings, our mounts. We're going to go ahead and place these. I already know where I want them. Okay, here's that one. I put them on the furthest ends. Alright. And these are going to be torqued to 25 inch-pounds. I already have it set to 25. You want to make sure you do this evenly. So I'm just going to rotate between the left and right one until they're snug. Okay, that one's snug, that one's snug. Alright, we're going to torque it. Okay, that one's torqued, that one's torqued. On to the next one. Okay, snug. And snug. Go ahead and torque, torqued, and torqued. Alright. See, I made a lot of movement there. That's why we have this. And we're going to double check just to verify. Yep. Alright. Now there's multiple ways you can mount the scope. Some say to mount it in the center of your rings from the dials. Some say to push it all the way forward. Some say to mount it just to what your eye relief is. I am going to mount it forward, and then we're going to go ahead and place our rings. And Warren recommends not to exceed 18 inch pounds. So I'm going to try to go for the middle. So that's 15, that's 20. So I'm going to go kind of right in the middle there, so about 16, 17. And I'm actually going to use a regular screwdriver for this. Okay, so got the scope set to where we want. I'm just going to verify. And we're going to switch to our torque, 18 inch pounds. So you want to make sure these are screwed in evenly. So I'm just going to switch, doing about 2 turns per screw, just to make sure it's nice and even. You want to try to be gentle. Make sure you're keeping that level. It's nice and snug. You want to verify that everything is still level. Now you're ready to start torquing down. Once you've verified everything is level. Make sure the scope rings are even and keep that X pattern, and you're going to start torquing. Alright, so that's how you do a basic scope leveling and mount. There are better ways to do this. This is what I have to work with. So now we're going to load this up and take this to the range, and you'll see the zero confirmation.
Dad, it won't be accurate when it's that hot. Yeah, it's right there. It's off to the right. Which one and pick the center. You got paint? I'll put it here. Okay, well then 2 right and the Huh? Which one are you doing? I'm looking Now it's a bit left. That what?
So we got the 243 zeroed. That was actually my second time zeroing it because I had to remount the scope. But I'm feeling much better about those groups. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. So we're gonna head home. Hope you enjoyed the video.